What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Club 33 podcast. As you can see, we are missing the man of the hour, Mr. Juice. He can't be with us
Juice Blues.
today, unfortunately, but Sky and I can hold the fort and do our best with our DSA knowledge in this game. So, Sky, how was your week?
Dude, life's fucking good. Uh like I don't know, Summer Showdown came out, which I'm just so excited about. Um yeah, I'm just excited to talk about it with you and I don't know, the game's in a great place right now, which I don't normally get to say and I'm just happy to say that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we went like a complete 180. Like last week, it was pretty freaking dry. And then this week, it's like, hey, coming soon has arrived because it's been coming
Yeah.
soon for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, they really let us on for a while. They said, "Please don't quit our game before we release this game mode."
And they gave Ascension campaign, I think, as a buffer, but
Yeah.
that only entertains you for so long. But this definitely has some good staying power. So I'm definitely want to get into this one big time. And we also got I think, some pretty decent quality of life changes, at least like in farming and the exchange from what we've seen a little bit here. And of
Yeah.
course, the chests and whatnot. So we get into all of that. Um, but yeah, let's start off with what are we calling this segment? This is going to be the Summoner Showdown. We're going to do it. We're going to break it up, guys, into like 3 different segments. We're going to break it up into teams and strategy, rewards, and then the structure as well. So, first off, the teams and strategies. So, I know you were playing it this morning because I was ghosting. Well, not ghosting. I was what's it called? Lurking on the stream. So I definitely knew you were playing this. So, what are your tips and strategy and the teams you were kind of using at first?
Uh, yeah, so it's really cool to use all these like characters. We're not gonna go over every character because I'm sure most people know them, because they've been playing Showdown, right? Um, but there's so many cool characters that we don't normally get the chance to use. Like Anger's really good in Showdown, like that's awesome. For me, Showdown is all about spreading your teams so you can get as many of those wins as possible. Because it's really easy. Anyone can go Daisy Duck, Barley, Moana, Rafiki, and Simba and win like every game, right? Some team that's like obviously all the best characters, and win like every game. But if you can, okay, let's put Barley and Moana with some of these like bad characters, like Darkwing Duck or Hermes, so that way you can like try to get as much wins as possible, and save those potions because the potions do scale up pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, like those potions, like it creeped up to me. It's like 10, then 20, then I think 50, 100, then you just, oh boy.
Yes, yeah, 10, 20, 50, 150, 450, and then it's 1200. We think maybe forever after that. Like every refresh after 450 is just 1200.
And like at that point, it's like, do you really want to do
Yeah.
this or just go into another team?
1200, it's like it's hard to justify the 1200.
Yeah.
They did put in the news section that the every 2 day each question, this is just directly verbatim question: when will character refreshes reset for Showdown? Answer: each event lasts 2 days. After those 2 days, character refreshes are reset. So when your character resets naturally, their potions will also reset. So you don't have to worry about using those potions and waiting 2 days from when you use the potions. To me, how it's reading is that cooldown's already started, and you can spend as many potions as you'd like, and you'll still get the same natural refresh of the character after 2 days.
Yeah. So I guess like when the second round comes around, like round 2 or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
you should be pretty set for the characters. I would say like so far, like some teams I've used also, besides what Sky said, I have thrown in like Captain Jack in there, and
Yeah,
it's funny if
the
you
two
put
turn charm, dude, 75%.
yeah, well,
That's great.
oh yeah, no, I mean not just that. I mean you got that, and then you have Barley because Barley's pretty much maxed out, right? So it gives the um, crit guaranteed, and then the crit power buff.
Yeah,
You do the
yeah,
AOE, and it's like 10,000 plus damage on the field.
it's lit. yeah, like
Pretty fun.
no, so many cool combos. You know, like I something that really caught me off guard is how slow Honey Lemon is. Honey
Yeah,
Lemon does a
no,
lot
she
of things
was.
really well. She has, you know, she has that passive cleanse. She puts out slows. She has a stun. A lot of things that a purge too, right? A lot of things you really want. But the fact is, if you don't have her at G8.5, she only has 114 speed, and that's 8 lower than the next lowest character. Like she's significantly slower than everyone else. We kind of just didn't realize that much because of Hero, right? We're so used to seeing Honey Lemon with Hero, but
Exactly.
you're seeing that Honey Lemon actually not even like she's like a mid-tier character in this event. I'd say I wouldn't put her with the top few, wouldn't put her with the bottom few. She's like really powerful, but just so slow. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I mean, Monterey Jack is great. That taunt seems to he just keeps getting it back, right? Rafiki and Simba, so strong. The
They're fun to
stuns,
use.
the turn meter reduction with Simba. I mean, there's like Eve and Wally are supposed to be good, but I mean, I don't have them. I don't think most of us have them. Uh, yeah, just so many cool stuff. It's like making the most of these weird kits that honestly we haven't seen much of.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah, like I one thing I was heavily theory crafting is once they said Genie, I said, all right, so I'm shadowing Genie. But they did have the reduced
Yeah.
spell.
Oh, is it me? Hello?
It was me. It was me.
It was you? Okay. No
My
worries.
computer's lagged for a second. But yeah, they came with that reduced spell list, which is a really good call because we would just see Genie shadows like dominating this game mode.
Yeah. It honestly surprised me how good Genie was again. Like just seeing him at
Mhm.
that year to 8.5, and I think that's the best part about this whole thing is that it shows you these characters in a very protected place because obviously it's not like we're going to be using these guys in regular PvP or any other place because there's bigger fish on the field for sure. But I love the concept. I love how it all works and strategy, like using strategies I used to use, like putting Jasmine in the back and putting uh what's her Raja next to her in the corner, and then I get to use Daisy. I mean, Daisy is usable, but she's mainly a defensive character. On defense, you don't actually use
The
her.
robot uses Daisy for you, right? When you put her on defense.
Exactly. So we don't actually get to use Daisy mainly. It's like on defense.
And Daisy with her 135 speed is
Yeah.
like no, she's lightning fast in this game mode.
Her basic when double hits can get up to like over 10,000, which is really fun. And I like to put two offensive characters in front of her, put her next to Jasmine, give her the offense to the two offensive characters in the center and in the right corner, and then you're all
I've seen that with the and you give the offense up to Raja too.
you can you can
I've seen
give her.
that. The only thing bad about that is because Daisy's faster, you can't do that first turn offense up. But I have seen people do it, and I think that might have been the one. I think because I think I won I won 8 and lost 1. And I think that might have been the one I lost. Is that happened? But I also was using like a really bad team and spreading myself too thin. So
that's the thing we're gonna have to like learn as we go on is like how do we really maximize as much as possible. So you have to do really like I think like a popular video series going forward, which is going to be like breaking down each season and be like, hey, okay, this season, which matchups look good and whatnot. That could be definitely a very, very good video series to do, which I might do on myself. Just thinking about it.
I think a lot of it comes down to finding what characters have synergy together, and aren't just blanket strong, right? Because like Daisy, for instance, just kind of blanket strong in this game mode.
Yeah.
But like, and this is obviously a really obvious synergy between the two, but like Simba and Rafiki have synergy together. So you probably want to use them together anytime you use one of them.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be like reducing each other's magic and maybe even calling to assist. So it's like you just find these little combos.
Eh,
You were saying that you were shocked about how Genie was good. Would that be your who would be your biggest shock of how good they were?
Um,
Would it be Genie?
no, it's definitely not Genie. Because I mean, I knew Genie was good. I just forgot how powerful he could be when you have two of them on the field or more. I think that was really the kicker.
Sure.
It really had to be Jack Sparrow. I'm just gonna be honest.
Jack
Like
Sparrow. Yeah.
for me so
No,
far, it's
he's
been
pretty
Jack.
good
Yeah.
for me. And I think it's less how good this character is and more so how bad I thought this character was going to be. But Darkwing Duck actually really shocked me.
I haven't used
Um,
him yet, so that's probably why.
that blind he puts out is actually very, very useful. Because if you can put it out on, two or three damage dealers,
Hmm.
or even one damage dealer when they have that offense up, you can really mess them up and really lower their damage. Because Darkwing, for those that don't know, has an adjacent attack that blinds all three targets.
Hmm.
So
I know
you get
about
a
that.
little mini Ursula Dumbo effect, right? And it's like
Interesting.
I don't think he's great,
Hmm.
but I think he's super usable. My least favorite character by far was Hermes. I think that's going to be what everyone says. Uh, when I
Even
put
in
Hermes on the
this,
team, it was because I wanted to because I thought the team was good enough without Hermes and needed to
yeah.
fill the slot. And it's like getting use of those Hermes or the Dark Wings or the Jack Sparrows or the any of these characters that aren't like amazing. Getting wins still with those characters, that's what's really going to put you ahead on those leaderboards. Not using again, like I said before, Barley with Moana and Daisy and like a tank and like sure, anyone can win with that, like.
Yeah.
Something that was shocking me, and it might have been because I was playing right when it dropped, but a lot of people are not using stones.
Really. I
Yeah, like I got a
wasn't paying
ton of
attention.
people with just like no stones or like a defense stone on Jasmine, and that's it. And
Y-
it's like what?
Just throw a
That's
level one stone, guys.
yeah.
Gets up to
I
3.
think I think putting speed stones on your tank is a huge deal, and I think you will be ahead if you do it.
Hmm.
I think that's like that was my biggest takeaway is some of the closer matches I had, my tanks getting that taunt out or getting more turns to do what they need, really put me ahead. Because I mean, just Simba alone reducing the 40% turn meter on his flanking attack and putting the offense downs, really huge swing right there. And if you can get that out earlier, it's good.
And only that, like when I use Jasmine, it's it's pretty fun, not gonna lie. And I know that the Jasmine lovers can be like, "Oh, see, Jasmine was always good." Like, okay, it's a controlled environment. Let's
Yeah,
calm
it's like,
down.
well, are you gonna say Anger was always good too? Because Anger's
Yeah,
awesome. He's really good.
like yeah, no, anger's like really fun to use, but I and I'm pretty sure most of us would agree they're good. But remember, it's a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Want to see?
Normally Anger just dies, but there's
Yeah,
not really that many. There's like Anger and Jasmine are really the only good damage dealers, I guess, unless you have Eve.
yeah.
So he just has that survivability he doesn't have before, and he can consistently get his passive off, where he drops below 50% health and then AoE's the team.
I do want to like try and use these guys eventually one day outside of here. Like, what I like about this too is that it kind of shows you in this controlled environment that synergy doesn't necessarily play too much of a factor in here,
Yeah.
but it's in the controlled environment.
Well, because there's in a lot of ways there's intentionally anti synergy here. Like
Yeah,
the
it's true.
only lead uh is what
Is there even a
in
lead?
any of them is Hopper, and he's not even in the first round. He's in the second round,
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
and he has like a terrible, terrible, useless lead. So it's like they gave no meaningful leads out because I think they wanted it to be more of like this hodgepodge group of tunes that you have to like work on, unless like, all right, well, these five are a team, and I'm gonna refresh them as many times. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose the rest of my matches with, Honey Lemon, Darkwing Duck, like all the worst card,
Oh
the
yeah,
Horn King, like
all the historically bad
you
characters.
yeah, so like I think they did a really good job with the characters they chose. Um,
Big time.
Moana might have been a little, might have not been the best choice. I think Moana's the best character in here by far.
Oh yeah, her double tap
Um,
and everything
yeah, like
comes in
Moana's the
handy.
only character in here that I'm like, I think I would have rathered her not be in because it really feels like Moana teams greater than not Moana teams. And if
Yeah,
you don't have a Moana and they do, if you can't
be
shut down their
screwed.
Moana, you're probably gonna lose.
I think. I mean, there's so many characters you could have thrown him on a spot. Like any
Yeah,
of the furniture you could have thrown in there.
Lumiere.
Lumiere. You could have thrown
Lumiere would
Lumiere in
actually
there.
be sick
He would have been a
because
fun one.
we did need damage dealers, right? Because we
Hmm.
needed like even it is pretty easy to time out, which is a bummer
Yeah.
because then you don't get if you're winning, you don't get all the points.
Hmm.
I know. One of my games I timed out just because I didn't have enough turns, and Simba, when you use all your specials to wipe out the rest of his team, doesn't die very quickly.
True. Yeah. And Simba, you forget like how strong his defense goes up.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ones I was hitting with. It
yeah,
took a long
yeah,
time.
totally. So yeah, no, but it's just cool, and it's cool getting into these weird strategies. You know, you're like, man, the synergy between Barley and Moana is so busted, and I'm like, what am I even saying? Barley and Moana, these are like two
Two good
second-rate humans,
characters.
right?
Hmm. Not
But
top tier, but good.
yeah, exactly. Like they're second rate. They're not like third rate, fourth rate, but they're
Yeah.
not the top tip top. But in this mode, oh, they're two of the best.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think if I were to pick four standout characters, I would pick Daisy, Moana, Barley, and Anger.
Mhm.
And then Simba, honestly, not far behind. Simba's really good.
So what I like about Anger in the sense that he can almost one shot. He really can.
Yeah,
If you
that is his single target special, crazy damn. I think I did over 20K with
yeah,
offense up.
I
And I
think
was like,
like if you did it strategically, put Daisy, put Barley's crit guarantee and crit power in the offense up. Like you said, that's easy 20 plus. I think for sure.
yeah, and you can even do his AOE then, right?
Oh, that's another one too. Is AOE and
Yeah,
plus his
his
yeah,
purging AOE, like nuts.
that's right because he's
And
geared tier 8.
well, and it's really cool. Some of these abilities, because the abilities for those who don't know are raised to level 4. So we actually are getting some delta abilities on these characters
Yeah.
because sometimes delta ability is the 3rd, sometimes it's the 4th, sometimes it's the 5th, right? Um, so like Anger gets that free turn after his passive triggers. That's busted,
Hmm.
you know, like straight up.
And even like his passive attack is pretty freaking like when he
Yeah,
goes below under 40 or something like that, it's pretty powerful. Like I always got scared getting hit by that.
yeah. Well, because I mean, everyone knows that as a whole, the stats have gone up in this game with new characters, right? Just like their
Yeah.
offense, their defense. Newer characters have higher stats overall, their health. And there's a few newer characters in here, but there's a lot of characters that were out at the start of the game. So they don't have a lot of defense, and they don't, their damage isn't that crazy. So, um, when you do have a big attack, if it has offense up or crit power or or guaranteed crit, you're really gonna just nail these characters because
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably doing just a couple hundred more damage like every single attack to a lot of these characters because their defense is so low.
Hmm. Those are good points for sure. I think we talked a lot about the teams and type of
Yeah.
strategies and stuff.
And I mean,
So
there's no end to theory crafting here, too.
yeah.
Like, there's a million things we, of course, didn't mention. And we're going to learn about it as the season progresses. And, and then we'll have new batch characters in a few days.
Hmm.
It's just good.
Yeah.
Great game mode. Like, sure, like the G3 3-star requirement's great. Sure, there's only going to be 2 rounds with this low requirement. I'm hoping the medium and high requirements aren't too bad and we can still use a majority of our characters, but we'll have to wait and see for that, right?
Yeah. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. So
But
the first 2 rounds are going to be, if they're always this low requirement, are going
super
to be a lot of
easy.
fun every season.
Hmm.
And then we'll have to see what medium is, and we'll have to see what high is, because those are very vague terms. So, you could be required to have G7 for high, or you could be required to have G5 for high.
True.
Both of them actually make sense when you think about it.
I totally agree,
So
because
I'm hoping it's on the lower end, because they could progress one gear tier each tier, right? So the medium is 4 and the high is 5, or they could progress 2 gear tiers, so the medium is 5 and the high is 7.
yeah,
We'll see.
we'll have to wait and see. And
Great game mode. Like, I was streaming when it went live, and everyone got to play games. The free to play players were having a blast. Like,
I think that's the most
that's
important part, that the free to
yeah.
play is able to get to that point.
There's 3 free to play players who were like, yeah, man, I went like 11-1. I used all my potions and like spent gems on it because it was fun. And I'm like, that's fun. Hell yeah.
Hear that, dev team? Take that feedback. That's a good thing if the free to play is going to do that.
Yeah.
But I think the other side to this is going to be the rewards, and I think the coolest part is that we are possibly getting Maleficent tokens, depending on how you rank, of course. Miguel, I almost said something else. Miguel and Delta runes.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity to possibly stock up on some Delta runes, and I'm guessing because it's more towards the end that you get the Delta runes. I forgot exactly, because you have the event milestones, then you also have the contest group stuff and the global. So there's a lot of actual rewards to be tossed around.
Yeah. And there's something I really enjoy is that there's the overarching season rewards and the round rewards.
Yeah.
So there's a contest group and milestones for each round, and then there's a contest group, milestones, and a global for the entire season. Sure, those leaderboards are gonna be ruled by the whales.
When are they not?
I mean, right? Leaderboards are not for, like, winning a leaderboard is not for people that aren't a whale, straight up. And that's fine, because you're still getting rewards no matter what. Even if you get last place in the entire global, you still get a reward. So it's like, I don't know. People that are complaining about that, it's like, let them make money off this game mode, and let you just keep getting your stuff for free.
Yeah, watch your ads. Go do your tap choice stuff.
Yeah, it's like, just because they got more than you doesn't mean you didn't get good rewards, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a simple idea that a lot of people can't latch on to. I think it's going to be interesting to see how much most players can progress in the long-term milestone/contest group, because we'll be able to use less and less characters as the event progresses and the requirements get higher. But I mean, even at like low end, like, if you can get to that 650k gold for round 1, that's a bunch of like 4 different gold rewards totaling 650k. That's great. It's a little harder to get those Delta runes, but seems like plausible on these early rounds. And then the global, you really want to make it to that 6,000. What is that? What are they called? Pass holder coins. But if you can't make it, whatever. And I think the deltas and the milestones on the global or the season one are going to be really hard to hit, those later milestones, because we're going to be able to use less and less characters as it goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll have to just see to the end of the event, because I mean, I got like 80,000 points today.
I'm around there too.
Yeah, like, I wasn't expecting to get that much, and I can still do some more refreshes. And it'll be interesting to see how far we'll progress and how attainable these like milestones and rewards are. But I mean, either way, it's pretty easy to get to like that 650k mark, like I was talking. And if you can get that 650k gold for a 5-day like milestone event, and there's another one 5 days later. That's huge. I'm jumping a bit. We could have talked about structure before this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's okay. But I mean, yeah, I guess to clarify, you have your contest group rewards, your global rewards, you have your milestones for the entire season, which is 25 days. And then you have, like Sky said, you have the round rewards. And those ones are a little smaller, but hey, if you can get in like in a 5-day span, get 650,000 gold, that's a banger, honestly. Yeah. Of course, if you can get to like the gammas.
I think I misspoke actually earlier. I think gammas are at the end of the round, not deltas.
Yeah, gammas are at the end of the round, but deltas are in the seasonal rewards. Yeah, so you have 4 types of rewards.
No, lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just good. It's just good.
I don't think I can complain about them.
In there, and I don't think like when Maleficent comes into the game, there's going to be a way to get her tokens, right?
Yeah.
Like that, plain and simple. Like there's not going to be someone that unlocks Maleficent before everyone else because of like contest rewards. Like that's just not going to happen.
Plus her kit is, still unfixed.
Yeah, we don't even know. I mean, I think she could be like the first mega legendary.
First sorcerer legend. We talked about this before. I think
Master Sorcerer, yeah. Like,
Master Sorcerer
could be. And maybe they are putting some type of, we talked about this before, but they are putting some type of time limit on her by giving out more tokens for her, right?
Yeah.
Because if people can have the required 145 tokens to unlock her, but she's not in the game, that is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So by adding these tokens in here, they're saying, hey, she's going to come at some point. We don't know when. Might not be soon, but she's coming. And that's something, right?
Yeah.
The only tokens we've seen added for her before this were a couple different achievements that have been added since launch.
And I hope these rewards stay consistent throughout the entire thing. Like Miguel stays there and Maleficent. Because if this is the way that we're going to get them, then, obviously I'd love that if it makes you, it's a way to get people to play Showdown. That's the other thing to it.
Maleficent, if this is the way you get Maleficent, no one's ever unlocking Maleficent.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, like, they could drop down. I think right now they're just holding it up high, but maybe if they drop it down a little bit more to make it like more rewards. That could be a thing.
Yeah, give the higher people more tokens of her and give the lower people some tokens of her.
Like as long like at the end, if like everyone gets like Elsa level, like okay, everyone gets 5 or 6, whatever, after each round. Ursula. Like like who did I say?
You said Elsa.
I said Elsa. Oh, sorry, Ursula. Yeah, just like that. If you can throw it in like that and give 5 after every, I would say round. I think that's sufficient.
That'd be good. I mean, that's slower than if a club is doing heroics. That's slower than you're getting Ursula.
Yeah, that's true.
Ursula can, even if you're in a good club, the Ursula grind's slow.
Mm-hmm. And like also most of us, some of us have accumulated like probably over 100 Maleficent tokens at this point through milestones and whatnot. So
yeah,
we're not that far away. So it's an idea, guys. It's an idea. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the awards. Can't exactly complain. I mean, I guess like the long-term worry is like if they never change the characters, which they will find another Miguel to throw in there eventually. Then obviously it'll get stale.
A character that's so desired right now because he's there's no way to get him, right?
Yeah.
So putting Miguel in here makes the rewards really cool and really exciting because people want Miguel. Exactly. He gatekeeps an entire team / faction, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gatekeeps mythicals so hard.
Because you have no lead.
It's actually disgusting how much you can't run mythicals without Miguel.
It sucks because like speed is key in this game, and if you don't have it, it's a rough one.
Reviving too can be so annoying if you've played against a lot of Miguel leads.
I started playing against more because I know they put him in the store. So I've been playing against a couple. He was in the store for like I don't know if he still is, but he was in there for a couple, at least a day or so. And I remember seeing him, and I was like, because They're probably gonna see more of you, and lo and behold, yes, I did see more of him,
Yeah,
and
shoot, I
boy,
didn't
was
even realize he was in there.
he was annoying. Yeah, is he still in there?
I didn't
No,
see him. I
did
just
see.
took a
Okay,
really quick look. He's not in the store itself. Maybe there could be a pack for him, but I'm not gonna check all the packs.
yeah. But anyways, let's go back to structure. I wasn't sure what to
Yeah,
talk about structure at this point, so take it away,
yeah, no,
Sky.
so it's. I feel like a lot of people don't really realize what's going on here, um, because it's kind of a bit confusing, and not all was explained very well, in my opinion. So basically there's a season that lasts 25 days, and that's broken up into 5 rounds that last 5 days each. Uh, you can attack between 7:30 and 10:30 PST. Uh, and in that time, you use potions. We talked a little bit how the potions scale. They start at a 10 to refresh a character, then go to 20, or 50, 150, 450, and then we assume 1200 forever. Um, after you use a character, they go on cooldown until 2 days from now. Not 2 days like a solid 2 day counter, but like 2 calendar days. So not the next day, but the day after that at midnight, they'll be refreshed, right? Uh, and the potion reset will reset after that 2 day counter. So you want to make the most of as many refreshes before it kind of, the character's refreshed and the potion cost to play them again goes back to 10. So how I see it, the potions are buyable in both the Sorcerer's Tournament and the Club Exchange. And then you also can get them via the Grand Campaign Quest. You get 450 there. And you get 100 potions each of the shops. So if you're using all 4 of your shops to buy the tokens, you're using your claim refresh to buy tokens. And then you're also completing that quest. You get 1,350 trophies. Oh, sorry, not trophies, potions a day. So what that says to me is you always want to do the 10s, the 20s, the 50s, and the 150s. And then if a character's good, you probably want to do the 450s. So you're doing those 450s on, like I said, like those good characters like Moana, Barley, Anger, Daisy, right? These top tier characters in Showdown are the ones you really want to reuse. And you can kind of see how your potions are going, how your like potion management's going there after that. But as like an initial knee jerk reaction, I'm thinking the 10s, the 20s, the 50s, all easy, every single character. The 150s, maybe if there's like maybe Hermes, you don't do that on, but like kind of use your judgment. Just squeeze as many teams out as possible. And then once you get to 1200, do not do 1200s. You're gonna run out of potions lightning fast if you do that. But yeah,
Even at the 450, I was feeling it.
yeah. I haven't done many 450s yet, but now that they said I think I'm gonna probably do some tonight.
Yeah, like it's gonna open up in at least right now we're recording about an hour and a half. Is I guess like the second session of round 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to trying to see what teams I can scrim because I think stretched myself for sure. So
Yeah.
I think yeah.
It's you just have to. It's trial and error, and every single showdown you're getting a little better at it, right?
Exactly.
You'll say, "Oh, okay, I see. I stretched myself like because I had one match where I lost. I just stretched myself way too thin. I was like, oh, Anger and my 4 worst characters. This will be fine. I have Anger, and it was not fine.
Exactly.
So it's like you'll figure out. Okay, I want probably at least 3 good characters, and it's also interesting because as Showdown progresses and the requirements get higher, the player's knowledge should go up again with it, right? So I was saying that I saw a lot of people like using no stones.
Yeah,
So the
that
longer
was one
showdown's
thing that
out,
you told me. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the longer showdown's out and the higher the requirements get, the less that's gonna happen because people are just gonna be more informed, right?
Or maybe we shouldn't inform because then it's better for. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, guys, keep using no stones.
Don't use stones.
Speed on tanks is terrible.
Only
run defense on Jasmine.
run recovery on everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
You really want recovery on Simba to get the most of his heal.
Yes, please
No
now.
speed, for sure.
We are misguiding the community in the right way. No, I'm just kidding.
Just for our own selfish gain.
Yes.
All 100 to 200 people that watch this are gonna be. We're gonna run into them in Showdown. And we're gonna kick their butt, man.
Yeah, exactly. You'll hear it from us and be like, "But Dragon said," and be like, "Comfort Club said." Ugh. Oh man. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that Showdown, and honestly, it's a kick-ass game mode.
Yeah. No. Best thing that's come for a while, I would say.
Best thing that's come.
Since raids. Yeah.
Best thing that's come. Period. That's my opinion.
And it makes and also it makes PvP a lot easier for clubs because these things count. So
yeah,
clubs should be hitting club coins a lot easier now as well. Because
because it counts for every PvP thing except for the single battle quest.
Is it really?
Yeah. So that counts for the pack. It counts for the quest for 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
It counts for the club. So if you're doing a lot of Showdown on a specific day, you only need to do 1 PvP match, and you're gonna fulfill every requirement and get every achievement.
Just makes it super easy at that point.
Yeah, that's great, and that's just that's a QL quality of life update.
Yeah. And what is another?
People have been complaining about PvP for so long, even after the changes, right?
And what was another quality of life thing that happened? That was a silent integration.
3x speed in PvP, dude. In arena, shall I say? Because there's now multiple PvP game modes.
Yeah, or like OG PvP.
3x speed in arena is so good, dude.
It's a little buggy still. Like it's not exactly perfect, but you know, whenever it is going 3v3, just think about all the time you're saving. that's what I think about it.
What it is you only can set yourself fast.
Oh, so if the opponent is like...
Yeah, so the opponent can still play on 1x, and their moves will be on 1x speed.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can make yourself on 3x, and the match is still going to be significantly faster because you're going to be swapping so much of the animations.
Yeah. Happy about that, honestly. That's the biggest quality of life.
Like, I literally got, like... I climbed 300 trophies last night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in like an hour.
Yeah. Which reminds me,
I was just like chilling late at night in the jacuzzi playing DSA, like get a bunch of quick wins. Like,
wasn't this guy chilling in the jacuzzi playing the PvP wins?
I love
it. I love it. No, I'm just messing with you.
But it was like it was just so much more fun.
Of course. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, even on days that you're not doing Showdown, if you have to get those 5 wins on PvP still, right, for the gold, it's gonna take so much less time.
Yeah. 100%.
So much less time. And that's just a great QoL update. I actually really like how they did it, because the problem I think they were running into is that they said, well, we want 3x speed, but 3x speed is gated behind VIP, right? And that is a little effed up. I'll always say that.
Yeah.
But that's a monetary choice that I'm sure they don't have the power to change.
Unless they get rid of greed.
Exactly. But like, that's not their decision, most likely. That's a higher up of some kinds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the issue they ran into is, well, what speed do we put it? You know, like if we put it on 3x, then these people are getting free 3x. Why are people paying for 3x? Blah blah. So
I'll take 2x.
Really like the idea. I really like. You know, it's a really good like move for the pickle that they were put in.
Exactly.
And honestly, I was thinking of like stopping VIP after I finished the Wreck-It Ralph characters, just because I didn't see a huge merit in it.
That's true.
Now with this, I'm gonna keep VIP forever.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to play in 2x in PvP.
Though I think we would all agree it should be a free
It
thing.
should be free, but I understand why it's not, and I don't
Yeah.
blame them.
We understand the game has to make money.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I'm never gonna be upset when mobile game developers are greedy because it's just their default. Like, you're playing the wrong game. Like, it's a gotcha game, you know.
yeah, it's not
Just call
your
it what it is. You know, like they're gonna make choices to make us spend money, and if you don't like that,
yeah.
you should, you know, like there's the door, I guess. But like they're always gonna make those choices, so might as well expect them and increase your enjoyment of the game overall.
Because this isn't your your Assassin's Creed or your other RPG for the you buy it once and you play it once. It's
Yeah, no, it's not that. I mean,
this
if
is
you want a game that's 100% skill, right, and there's no pay to win aspects, can I introduce you to a game called chess? Right?
it's what's it called? It's been around for generations.
And like serious, like if you want a game that doesn't have all these unfair things, you know, where oh man, they beat me because they're gear tier and their level and their stones, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like, go play chess. You'll never lose because of anything but your own mistake in chess.
Yeah. And like
So if that's what you're looking for, go play chess and get off this mobile game.
till you get it off. Because my favorite complaint is always about like legendaries and free to play aspect. It's like every single legendary in this game is free to play. Like
Yeah.
if you don't if you don't understand that concept, I just like Sky said, just go play chess. I think it's gonna be our new slogan. Just go play chess.
Let's go play chess, dude.
Just go play
I
chess.
love it. It's none of the problems you have with DSA are in chess.
Exactly. There's
literally zero.
There's no
no pay to win aspect. You can probably find a board at a thrift store for like $4.
You can even play it on your phone with other people for free.
Yeah.
Maybe watch an ad.
There's no updates, so you don't have to worry about hating the new update. It's actually great.
The game hasn't changed for not thousands, hundreds of years. The game has not changed whatsoever.
No, yeah, they're never gonna nerf hero in chess. They're never gonna nerf the knight, dude. They're never gonna do it.
Sorry, we find things in the community that just don't make absolutely any sense, and we like to bring them to light, make some humorous things about them.
Enjoy the game. It's a silly mobile game that's trying to steal your money and enjoy it. That's kind of what I meant.
Don't take it too seriously, guys. Don't take it too seriously. But with that, we are the side campaign. We have the new side campaign. We're going to talk a little bit more patch notes right now. The side campaign. So with these patch notes, we did see some other like farming quality of life. You guys are lucky you don't have Genie yet, and you guys are getting him for the lifetime event for Jafar. You guys get to get him through Grand Campaign. Back in my day, we had to get him through Elite Battles, and that was it. And maybe you got lucky in the Ultimate Chest, that was it.
Well, because Jasmine also recently got changed to Grand Campaign, right?
I can't remember, honestly.
I believe she did. Let me try to check the patch notes real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in game for Jasmine, but either way, I remember going for these guys, way back when. Oh, it was the biggest pain in my neck. It was going for these guys because getting these elite battle drops and whatnot, it was super annoying. And yes, Jasmine is also, I think probably in a previous update, is a Grand Campaign farm.
A couple weeks ago, I think.
But she wasn't originally. She was not.
Yeah, so, I mean, Jafar has a lot of potential with the 3 speed pieces he was given out of the first 4 pieces.
Yeah.
In G8.5. He had a lot of potential, so for him to stay as broken as he is, because Jafar is actually secretly broken right now. And I mean broken isn't good, not actually bugged. But like for Jafar to stay good, he's gonna need to get another speed piece. So the fact, if he does get that speed piece, the fact that now Aladdin, Jasmine, and Genie are all farmable through Grand Campaign and hard nodes is huge.
Could be a comeback, the comeback kid, the comeback team.
I mean, Jafar's basically a legendary.
Yeah, and
at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're requiring 3 characters 7-star G3 to unlock him at 7 stars.
Yeah.
Right. No bullshit, no packs, no random. I mean, I guess there are packs if you don't want to do that, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's very, very similar to a legendary at this point, and that's how I think you should kind of treat him. And if he gets good G9 updates as well, if he gets, all it takes is a crit chance, crit power stone, another speed piece, and he's good.
Yeah,
To
no,
go.
it'll be solid for sure.
So keep a watchful eye on Jafar for sure. And now that we can farm Genie and Jasmine, you won't have to prepare as much. You can panic farm a lot easier.
But with these new with these characters being more farmable, other characters had to move around. So there is now some empty spots in Grand Campaign, which I think is a rare thing that happens. And then now they're going to be going towards their own side campaign. So I'm guessing, is it maybe all of the Toy Story characters? Probably going to find out. I mean, in a couple hours.
Yeah, it just says new Toy Story side campaign.
Yeah, which could mean either all of them or not, or just
they
one.
Release, or they got rid of Big Baby, Bo Peep, and Jesse.
So it sounds like it's all of them.
So yeah, I guess it's just all of them.
Yeah.
So does this mean that both Toy Story Showdown and the Lotso event are gonna be like pseudo? I think we're seeing the events that get side campaigns kind of being pseudo shelved, where they would say they will come back eventually, but they're kind of gonna be in a more untraditional like loop, or like they're brought around very seldomly, is what it seems like.
Probably gonna end up being like Zerg twice a year, but Zerg has come back more often than we thought this year.
No way Zerg's in the side quest, right?
No. If he is,
No
I'd be
way.
pissed off because
I'd be pumped.
I mean, no, okay, yeah. I'd be happy for you guys. I'd be pissed off on myself.
Yeah, I'm pissed that you spent money.
Yeah. He's the only character I bought character packs for. It's just Zerg. Because there was no other way to get him.
there just really isn't. I mean, on average, you don't even max him if you get every single token from his event.
Yeah, no, it's really annoying.
Yeah, like on average, you should be like 6 stars if you emptied out every single token from every single node in his event, which it would be so hard to do and it would take so long. But yeah, no, I mean, the nice thing I always think about for these what are they called, side quests, side campaigns?
Oh, the side campaigns, yeah.
Is you always get gammas. There's always 5 gammas in that first chest.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I always like. So I'm like, ooh, I'll finish this and get my 5 gammas and some gold and stuff. Like,
I still haven't done the Onward one.
You haven't done that? Well, if you need gammas, dude, 5 gammas are in that chest.
Why did they tell you that? And then what else? And the back one you get 10, so it's not bad. And then what did
that one you need to get characters up for?
Oh, 7-6 for Ian. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ian's
so that one
eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess most of us already have Barley up, right?
Yeah, my freaking Barley is gear tier 8. Never really freaking used him.
Mine's G6.
But it was, I mean, it was during those times it made sense to gear him up.
Yeah, the magic reduction
exactly
meta in the raid.
Exactly. That was mainly it. And the last thing, pretty much like from the patch notes, was the addition of King Candy, Shank, Chunk, Woody, Rafiki, and Genie to the Grand Campaign chest. And Jesse and Woody added to the Ultimate chest, which I don't think that's not much of a
honestly,
big deal.
It feels like they just forgot to add them to the Ultimate chest.
They I feel like what is it?
It's been farmable for so long.
The junior dev was probably like, yeah, I was looking at the list of characters. It seems that we missed Jesse and Woody. Should have added them on. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's put them in. Put them in. Don't say anything. We'll leave it at the bottom of the notes, right. And then just.
I mean, it's good they're adding them in. Right?
No, it is. No, it is good.
I mean, because like any character that's been inside these Ultimate chests and these Grand Campaign chests since launch, you're gonna have it. If you've been playing, you have a good stack of their tokens.
Yeah,
probably not max, but I mean, you probably have gotten a good amount of their stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So it's nice anything that's not max being thrown in there.
yeah, because it doesn't hurt getting the tokens, but hey, getting more character tokens that I don't have is also a good bonus as well.
Much preferred. I got a 50 token big baby drop last week off an ultimate chest.
But did you have big baby or no?
No.
Oh, so that's a big drop. I got
that was the best drop I ever got by far. It was like a 0.01%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like
the drop
best
rates.
drop I've gotten in this game by far. Playing, going on a year in almost 3 months. A year and like 2 months. Best drop by far.
My best drop was 80 from Pocahontas.
That's solid.
That was my best one.
It probably seemed pretty troll, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, 80 tokens of any character. Yeah, give me that.
I mean, I was freaking stoked because it's funny because at that time I was going for the princess squad and I still am, but I needed them. But you see, I'm at a point in the game where the princess squad is like a side project, but I already got the main stuff done, so like it's kind of like it's doable. Plus, I was thinking like for the wilds for Ascension, I'm gonna need like some wilds anyway, so might as well throw these guys in there.
Yeah, because I was looking at that too for Ascension, and I think Elsa, Merida, Polka probably the best wilds to get up for that.
Because you need Maximus and Tangled and Rapunzel. So
yeah,
I was thinking the same team. So yeah. Probably gonna end up going that.
It seems like a easy fit, and then that'll also help you for Hunchback Tower, right? Since you need some 7-star G7 princesses for that, so that'll help you with get Pocahontas and Merida for that, and then there's a good chance you have. I know at least you do. You have your Belle up, so that can be your third.
Yeah, no, my Belle's solid too. So
so that's what it kind of all like flows and it's like, oh, that's really satisfying.
No, it is. Like you think about it, you inadvertently get the princess squad core by doing Ascension.
Yeah,
which is pretty nice
because you have to get Rapunzel up. Yeah, no, it's just it's a good flow.
Yeah,
I worked on those characters actually first for the Stone event. Like I maxed out the wilds part of the Stone event recently. Because I was like, well, I'm going to work on these characters eventually, so might as well zoom them up to the front, start getting more offense tokens, because we all know how annoying those offense stones are.
The inevitable, those summoner, whatever they're called, summoner challenge. I don't even know what they're called.
Summoner. I get that they like the whole summoner like thematic thing, but everything just seems to be called summoner something else.
And it just gets so confusing.
Are the daily like gold and stuff?
Summoner Showdown.
Summoner Showdown.
Whenever they talk to us, summoners.
Sorcerer's Stone Trial.
There we go. Okay. Another S.
Oh wait, here's some. Meathead Militia just posted in the
official.
In the official news section. I'm gonna read this right now. This is unprompted. Question: are there bots in Summoner Showdown? Spoiler: there are, and people weren't really that happy about it. Because then you can like, if there's bots, then if I know the right time to queue to have the best chance to get a bot, I have the best chance to get a win too, right?
True.
So that's kind of stupid. Because the bots are essentially viewed as like an easy win. So are there bots in Summoner Showdown? Answer: as you lose, the chance to get a bot increases. This is to help you not feel like the mode is constantly beating you as you can't get a win. Furthermore, as a strategy, trying to lose to get a bot is poor for points and not in your best interest. So it seems like there is, I don't know how true this is, but it seems like this is adjacent to in Arena, where if you lose enough matches, you get a bot.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It seems they're at least framing it like that. It might be like, I think it might be like 2 losses instead of 3. From what I've seen, because I know I was watching Cozy play after I stopped streaming yesterday or early this morning, and he got a bot, and I think it was after like 2 losses. So,
well, that adds up then.
Yeah,
makes sense.
So that's good. You
Mhm.
aren't just getting a bot all the time. Is what at least how they're framing it, and I hope they're not framing it in a inaccurate light, and I doubt they are.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Came right at like the end of this, pretty much. But
Yeah, well, I saw what we were talking. I saw Meathead Militia is typing. And I'm
typing.
like,
It's like, oh, we got something else to talk about.
right.
Um,
But yeah, so that's good. That
mhm.
and also, I mean, it's just good for like new players. Like, if you or I plays against like a new player and they don't have any stones on any of their characters, they already lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, speed,
Like straight up,
guys.
like if you have full 15% stones and your opponent doesn't, and you're using very similar characters, as long as you don't completely just make terrible decisions, you should demolish them.
Mhm.
Uh, so for these newer players that maybe they don't even have stones, right?
Yeah.
Like we all used to not even have 5% stones, and we were like trying to get our wilds character up to get tokens to buy the stones in the shop, right? Um, maybe they're at that level and they don't have stones yet, and they can't get like a single win. Like, okay, it's probably good for those like brand new players to feel like they're having fun in this game mode and not just get brutally obliterated by people with like ultra try hard strategies.
That's a good call and glue, honestly.
Yeah.
Them to do
And
that.
I just hope that the bots, there's no way to abuse them, right?
Yeah.
As long as there's no way to abuse the bots, this isn't a negative. So we just have to hope that no one cracks the code.
But yeah, that's basically it. Um, but good forward thinking, honestly, on Glue's side for
Yeah.
that, because it's definitely gonna be better for the
I'm
new
glad they
player
were
experience.
upfront about it too,
Mm-hmm.
because
They're getting
I
better.
think the
They're
worst
getting
thing they
better.
can do is just be radio silent, and then the community is like rioting because they don't understand the bots, right?
Yeah,
Like that would be bad too.
and that's the worst
So
thing to
they
happen.
had to say something. I'm glad they said something so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Same day as the release, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's it.
again, just another thing I like about the game mode.
Well, is
Add
that
it to the list.
is that pretty much it, Sky?
I think
You
that's
good?
I think that's all I have to pretty much say.
Yeah. So
Get Juice. He should be back next show.
yeah, hopefully we get Juice around next show. Gotta put on we gotta make sure it's on his calendar next time. No. Yeah, he gets busy, so we understand. But we were able to hold down the fort this week, and it was there's a lot to talk about, which was good. So we'll see in the coming weeks. Maybe we'll get more news on like tier 9 and whatnot, and still think we're gonna have something to talk about in the coming weeks, because usually Glue, they do this thing where they will release something big, and then the following like week or so they're gonna release something else that's kind of like odd, but like
I feel
Raid
a lot of
and
times
Beast.
like they'll like do a release and then they'll do adjustments to like other stuff.
Yeah, they do things in waves, which makes sense. So
It does make sense. Like everyone's, I'm sure, was pushing for Showdown's release, and then they probably had a bunch of things they kind of just pushed to the side so they could release this new game mode that took a lot of work, I'm sure. And I mean, I didn't experience any bugs in Showdown, so kudos to them.
yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, so, like
so far.
I'm happy. It like we did have to wait a little longer than we thought, but we got it easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when the raid comes.
Yeah. Still
Remember,
thinking
you were very adamant that you thought it would come in July.
I was, but I'm pretty solid that it's gonna come like end of August, Labor Day weekend type of.
I'm thinking if Showdown got delayed, I think the raid gets delayed too.
But you see, they've already done a raid, so they should have the back knowledge. No, I'm being serious. No, I'm being serious.
I don't know, man.
Well, let's wait and see. It is Glue. They are a hit or miss.
I'm saying, dude, September at the earliest.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like end of September. I mean, end of August and what's it called? Labor Day weekend, first week of September.
Yeah, dude, I could see late September, honestly.
I don't think we're gonna wait long enough, even though we have Summoner Showdown to hold us and stuff like that.
It's just
dude, gear tier 9.
Still spending on gear is the problem.
Yeah, and that's why we need gear tier 9.
Yeah, like they're just spending.
That's why I need the raid.
Cash money.
Oh, big boys over there
on that G8 point or the G8 gear for G8.5, right?
Yeah,
So I think that'll get delayed more. Anyways,
fair enough. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll catch Juice next time. Just Sky and I this week again. And good episode. And I think this was episode 17. So thank you guys for 17.
all right.
And 17
Yo,
of these now.
wait. Once we hit 26,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be like a year of doing it, right?
Kind
Okay, so a
of,
little
because
before
we
that, sometimes we've cut it up more than 2 weeks.
yeah, if we go consistent here on out, it'll be week 24. Or episode 24 should be about a year roughly. So I mean, I can
That's
look at the first recording anyways. So
Yeah, I mean, we're over halfway there, and that
Oh,
by
yeah.
itself sucks.
yeah, and I think there's longevity with this for sure. So anyways, guys, we'll calm down our ADHD, and thank you so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.
Peace.